It says hold on and take this ride and set aside memories of... Okay guys, this is going to be a tutorial on how to do milk cartons, like different flavors of milk and stuff like that. So I'm going to do 3 different flavors. I'm going to do a strawberry milk, I'm going to do a chocolate milk, and a regular milk. And then I'm going to use blue for the label. You're going to need a blade and a roller or a pasta machine. Okay, so I was playing with this a little bit to see how I would do this, and I'm going to do all 3 colors at the same time so that I don't waste time. But anyway, okay, I'm going to start with the pink, and what you're going to do is you're going to break off a piece about that big, okay, and then roll it into a ball, and then you're going to flatten it into a square, like shape it into a square. We all know what squares look like, so it depends on what you want to do. If you want to make a big tall milk carton, then you can, you know, make it into a rectangle. If you want to make it into a small milk carton, then make it into a square. But okay, so here's my little square. I got that going, and now I'm going to take my blade and I'm going to trim off the ends to make the sides smoother. Okay? Because the reason why I'm doing this is because milk cartons are made out of folded paper. So you're going to want your sides to be very clean and sharp because that's the way paper is. So in order for it to look like a milk carton and not like a lumpy square, you're going to want to make your ends very clean. So, okay, I think that's pretty good. And I'm going to be right back. I'm going to do the other 2 colors so that you can see them all 3 together. So, be right back. Okay, so here is the 3 colors that we've done. If you make them too big, then they kind of look doofy a little bit. So you kind of want to keep them small. But whatever. I mean, you can do whatever you want. So I'm going to take my pink clay again, and I'm going to break off a little bit. About, I'd have to say about this much. We can add more if we need to, though. And you're going to kind of roll it into a short little log, about as long as the top of the square, because you're going to have to fit it on top. So you don't want it to be longer or shorter, because then you'll have some trouble. So you're going to roll it into a tiny little log like this, and then just pinch the top so that you can make it into a triangular shape. And if it comes out kind of lumpy or kind of big, don't worry, because you're going to cut the sides again, just like I did with the other ones, with the squares. Let me move these out of the way so you can see better what I'm doing. Okay, so now you have something kind of like this. It's a log, but it comes to kind of a point. You're going to take your blade and you're just going to cut all the flat sides just a little tiny bit, just to make them have smooth edges or smooth sides, because like I said, this is supposed to be kind of like folded paper, so, but it's not, it's clay. So this kind of might be a little bit hard for you, but you know, just keep working with it. Okay, I'm gonna reshape it. Okay, so now my log has been cut into this little shape with like a triangle on the end and flat sides, and I'm just going to take it and I'm going to stick it right on top. Actually, Okay, sorry about that. Actually, I found the shape that I made was a little bit too thin, so now I have something like this. I did the exact same thing, except I didn't cut as much off on the sides. I left it kind of thick, so now it's about that thick, actually. And now I can just take the top and stick it right there on top of the square. So it makes kind of a house. That's what it looks like to me, a house. So there you got that. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do it with the other ones so that y'all can see. Okay, so I did the same thing to all the other ones, and like on this one, see how I smoothed out where, like you cannot see where the triangle and the square piece meet now because I smoothed it out with my finger. I did that on the brown one too. But I'll show you how to do it on the pink one because I haven't done it yet. So you're just going to take your finger and you're just gently, very, very gently, you don't want to handle this so much that you just can't, that it distorts it, but you're just going to want to run your finger along it and just smooth it. Polymer clay is wonderful like this because it just does what you want, really. It's very easy to work with, so I'm just running my finger along those sides to hide that crease. So there's the last crease, and I'm just going to take my finger and I'm just going to run it along. And now it looks like one solid piece. Okay. Now, I think the best one, the one that's coming out the best is my white milk, actually. It looks very much like a real carton. So this is what I'm going to do. I was going to use my blade, but now I'm going to use this iTunes card because it has a blunt end. I'm going to make some marks. Milk cartons, since they're folded, you can see the folds. So I'm just going to go ahead and make that crease again. The one that I just smoothed over, except I'm doing it with my card, so it's very clean now. I'm going to go along and I'm going to make that crease. Don't do it very hard. Apply a little bit of pressure. So now you have this like that. You're going to take along these edges right here. You're going to take your card and just make marks like that. Like that. Like that. And like that. And then you're going to take the little triangle part and you're going to make marks along the edges of that too. And this is to give it that folded look. So. And then at the very, very top there's supposed to be a little tab where you can pull off the, where you can open it. So I'm just going to take my card and I'm just going to push that in. Like so. Not too much where it breaks off, but you know. So now I have that. See? Okay. Now let me do that on all the other ones. Okay. So there are the 3 different milk cartons. I don't really like the way the brown one's coming out. It's kind of lumpy. So I'll have to retry that again someday. But I think the out really good. And the pink one looks okay too, I think. So anyway, what you're going to do next is you're going to create the label. Now you are welcome to make whatever kind of label that you want for your milk. You can even like paint a cow on it or something, you know, whatever you want to do. But you're going to take your blue clay. You can use whatever color, like I said. I just had this color left over from the blueberry pie tutorial, so, you know, I'm going to use that. And I'm going to move these out of the way so that they don't get squished. I've had that happen before. Okay, so you're going to take this color and you're just going to roll it out really thin. It's cracking because I didn't really condition it that well, but it doesn't matter because I'm only going to use the middle part anyway. Okay, dokes. So you have that pretty thin. So you have a sheet like that. And I'm just going to cut out a little part of it. I'm just going to cut out a square because that's all I'm really going to need, to be honest with you. So I'm not even going to need this much. I just need to cut it down so I can be able to work with it. Okay, so now I have a square. And I'm just going to cut a strip off like that. Okay. So now I have a strip. And probably it will have to be thinner than that now that I'm looking at it. Take one of my cartons and use it as a reference. I think it's definitely going to have to be thinner than that. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to take like a little piece off, about that big probably. I'm just going to size it to see that's actually perfect. I'm just going to put it on the side like that. And what I would do is I would paint the word milk maybe on there or something, but that's just a little label for you. I'm going to do that on the other ones. Okay. And on my brown. My silly looking brown one. I don't really like it that much, but oh well. And there's that. So now you have these little milk cartons. Like this. And I'm not going to use that one because that one's ugly. And this. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that. And I will see you in the next tutorial. Okay, bye.